Hey there, welcome back to the channel. I know it has been a while. Let's blame it on World Cup, but also in the spirit of trying out the whole mobile experience, I had to try out a game and then write a review. Just fully give myself to this game, and yeah. But we're back at it. My name is Carl Francis. This is Baby Boy Gaming. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, let's have a word from our sponsor. It's that magical time again. Bells are ringing, the choir is singing, and there's a partridge in a pear tree somewhere. And I know what you're thinking. It's an awfully large, itchy sweater. And that's because it is. But is it really Christmas? Without itchy sweaters, without the warm, awkward embrace of the judgy family? I'd like to thank my family and friends for the love and the support in my endeavors, pushing this channel forward. For this video would not be possible without them. So reach out to your family, send them a card, send them an itchy sweater to show how much you mean to them. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless. So, in the spirit of reviewing mobile games, I threw a suggestion in the comments. Someone suggested Apex, and that someone was a cousin of mine. I was reluctant to get Apex or to play shooter games on mobile or something complex on mobile without a controller. I feel like I'm used to a controller, but I thought for the channel and it will be a fun, experience. Why not? And I actually wanted to have gameplay here. Forgive me, I don't have, because the device I'm on, I can't record it. I can't record while playing. It makes the game stuttery, so it's not a fun experience to watch or even to play. So I just believe me when I say at some point I was good at the game. Some parts no, but I really wished I could, yeah, but maybe down the line I can. But anyway, now getting the game, I had to delete some things. Goodbye, my hero. But I got the game, I ran through the tutorial, and as expected, the controls were awkward. It's a flat surface, and I'm used to like the three-dimensional holding of a controller. Even keyboard is a bit easy for me, but like for a fast-paced shooter, I feel like the mouse hand is not supposed to bend that way or to be that, but I also want to learn that. But I've seen Outcast, the first guest of the show, playing on his tab, and it's doable. So I thought, let's just try. Now, my cousin who had suggested it, when I reached the game, I found out he's level 100. And that's why my first problem came in. FOMO, fear of missing out, being left behind. I started like trying my hardest to get the highest levels or to get the highest XP or to, and I was barely enjoying the game. But when my cousin told me, that I had the quickest way to upgrade or to get high up in the levels is to do challenges. And now I knew there were challenges, but I really never considered it. So when I relaxed and started being mellow about the game, doing a challenge, seeing a challenge and trying to complete that challenge, I learned about the game, and it really unfolded. Apex is a great game. It's a fun game. I'm not going to say that they reinvented the wheel, but it's a very fun legend-based game. It's not that you just choose. It's not that you choose any random person. Like I'm from Call of Duty, and you can just choose any operator. And the only difference between you and someone else is just the operator has a different language, accent, or gender, but they don't really play a part in the what, and maybe they look different. Like people on the battlefield can have different skins and whatnot, but there's no ability in the operator, it's in the loadout you choose beforehand. Again, that's from my Call of Duty experience. If it's a bit different nowadays, please let me know. But here in Apex, there are legends, there are characters you can choose from who have both active and passive abilities. Like for example, um, someone can pump out smoke, someone can get really fast for a small amount of time, someone can track your footsteps. There are trackers, there are what, and even these legends are broken down into uh, soldiers, support other people who can heal, who can either heal faster, or their abilities are tending to, you know, healing or supporting the team. And then another one is tank. Like I call them tanks because they're just big burly men whose abilities are towards either protecting or bombardment of stuff like that. And all those dynamics, you have to keep them in your head. That's why I say it's fast paced. It's not just run and gun. It's not the person with the fastest reflexes, though with reflexes you can. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So taking time and doing the challenges, I started learning about it and tuning myself to change from Call of Duty run and gun. You just don't enter guns blazing, but to slowly see what the game needs, what the particular game needs, and go with that. Now, another difference is Call of Duty, you can naturally heal, meaning they shoot you, you just go in a corner, your health comes back. And I've seen recently, like I was playing Cold War last year, you could put plates. That was the first time. I know they were there in Modern Warfare, but I never used to play Modern Warfare a lot. But Call of Duty I played a lot last year. I'm sorry, Cold War I played a lot last year. Yeah. So anyway, here in Apex, you have to be mindful of your life, and there are shields, and every shield has a different level. The higher the level, the more capacity the shield can take. So you have to be mindful of those things. And now it has different game modes. There is the Battle Royale. Here you just jump in with random people, unless you have a squad prior. You can go in a squad of 3. But Battle Royale is 20 teams of 3 are on one map, and the last man standing wins. So there you have, and as when you're dropped with nothing. You're dropped with nothing, so you have to scavenge or survive and loot here and there. There are places where you can find guns and whatnot. So it's not that you enter and then you be like, oh, I came with my favorite gun. You have to find something. So it makes you use all kinds of guns. I'm not one to use sniper rifles, but in a game where that's all I could find, I had to, and it was good. It was a good time, but I died early.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine.
Anyway, so all these dynamics I learned by doing challenges. The challenge tells you slide for this amount of time, or it makes you start thinking of sliding, or do this, and slowly by slowly I started enjoying it. With all those things, the abilities, the legends, the shield, the health, when you're mindful of all that, I feel that's now that's when you start actually trying to learn the game to use these things all to your advantage. Now, an element that I absolutely loved and wanted to try out was voice, to speak to someone while playing. And so I got earphones and jumped in one game. Now me and my cousin normally plays midnight to 3, so I always try to log in. There are days when I'm like, I can't wait for midnight. So I logged in one time. I was trying out the mics, and man, I met weird people. In these few weeks I've played, I've met weird people. But they were fun nonetheless. It was fun playing the game with people, and playing with my cousin has also been, at least with him, we can have a calm game and be like, you know what, let's do this, or let's watch out for this, let's yeah, it was Though he's a very modest guy, but he carries the team sometimes. um, but yeah, and we have also met there's a guy we met in Morocco, from Morocco, and there's a guy we met last night, and it was just fun to meet guys to vibe with, and I think that's all. It has been something I've wanted ever since when I found out you can play online. Growing up, there are times I would play alone, and it's not fun. There are some games which are not fun alone, and it's an extra thing to be talking while playing, which was amazing. And I started loving the game. Started uh, I started like looking on how to get better. I changed my controls to fit. I play on a tab, so I use 4 fingers. But man, it's still not easy. I forget which fingers sometimes. But yeah, but you just try and I think it went better than expected. I didn't even think I'd like Apex that much. But now I think I'm going to continue playing it with Clash of Clans. Meanwhile, playing 2 games at once. Oh God. I'm a guy who wanted to buy 50 games when I get a console or when I'm able to. I don't know how. But I think taking that step and doing one thing at a time helps you. And to anyone who feels left behind, just don't. This was made for you to enjoy it, just enjoy it. And yeah, it's been a fun time. I'm going to keep playing it. So if you play Apex and you want someone to play with, we can squad up, mobile that is. We can squad up sometime, if you want. But if there's another game you want me to try out, or that you're suggesting, or that you liked, I'd like to try it out. I started this channel to just celebrate all, all gaming, and I have big plans for it next year. So stick around, and yeah, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and yeah, see you soon. God bless.